way, this is near the end of the month, me. I'm just editing this video now, look. Yeah, on the thing, right? It's fucking boring. It's long and it's boring. So if you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it. I mean, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'm going back into business. And this is the boring side of it. This isn't all fucking me doing fucking work, yeah? This is the boring bollocks that's gone on this month in the background. This is the boring stuff that... I've been working as well for the company I work for, because obviously I finished on the 31st. This is the trudge I've gone through. So, like, if you don't enjoy it, great. Don't let it put you off future videos, because I'm just trying to show, like, it's not like Instagram. It's not fucking all bells and whistles. This is real life going self-employed, like me fucking around moving furniture. Just bollocks. So I hope there's some nuggets in here. I hope some bits that are useful to someone. I ain't really edited it down because I don't really want to. It's all there. If one person watches it and goes, oh, he's fucking boring like me and he's had to do loads of menial stuff this month like me, that'd be great, yeah? If you fast forward through it or skip through it, fucking whatever. But this is what I've done this month in the quest to get my business going. At the end of this month, well, not get going, but at the end of this month, I'm on my own. So I'm not quite sure it ends yet, but cheers. This video on Instagram, this is YouTube exclusive, dabbling with a new medium here. This is my garage. So that is where the podcast set was. That's gone. That's in those boxes. That is my little electronics area. That's staying. This was a workbench for my hobbies, but got taken over by work. I'm watching Retro Man Cave. And then up here there was some rigging. You might have seen in the video. That's all gone because that was for lights to hang off and microphones and cables and stuff like that. That's all gone because this garage is going to become, because it touched me out, so I'm going to keep my tools in here. But I'm also going to use it for hobbies and chilling out. Also, upstairs, I'll show you that later, there is an office, or there was an office. And originally, I'll talk about that as I go up there, but yeah, all this stuff now, which is the podcast stuff, just general bits and bobs that need to be sold, moved, distributed about, stuff like that. They're all going, so hopefully I'll get the entire floor back. I'll be able to keep my tools in here and my army type things and my camping things and all that shit. I'll free up a load of space there, probably get that door back open, keep the electronics so I could just do hobbies and have somewhere to chill out rather than my work shitting on here. Fucking, that's where I keep all my gash old tools that won't throw in the bin. They're all the tools that I'll, my children will sell when I die that I've never used. And yeah, and I keep stuff in here that I use for like DIY and shit like that. These little projects that have never gone anywhere because, like that sampler there, that Akai sampler, I've got videos about that on YouTube. People keep begging me to finish it, but because my desk constantly looks like this, I never get a fucking chance. So hopefully I'll be able to come in here, stick on things like Retro Man Cave and the videos I like watching when I'm doing note, and I'll be able to just chill out in here and do some projects that are not work. Whereas at the minute, work and play are mingled up in here. And to be honest, I've started to fucking hate it. Started to hate coming in here because I only come in here and try and tidy up, and it's constantly in this kind of fucking level. And it started to piss me off, if I'm honest. So yeah, I'm separating now. I'm going back to work from home. And I always did. I always used to have an office. But when I went work for someone, I got rid of it because I couldn't afford it. Didn't want to pay it. But yeah, this was a place where I used to come and chill. I was making a jukebox with a Raspberry Pi that's down there. I was fixing that sampler. I was doing a little electronics repairs. I don't mind bringing a bit of work here and electronics repair because it's set up for it. But yeah, it's constantly like this. And all I'll do is come in here, put a video on and fucking move shit around. I don't want to do that anymore. So this side's going to be for pleasure and a little bit of work if I have to do some electronics. And this side's going to be where all the work tools are kept. Hopefully I'll regain the garage door down there and I'll be able to take out the things I need for the job I'm doing when I'm doing it. I'll be able to bring it in here, take it back out and fuck it off. Also down there's a lot of tools and stuff that might get split up. But yeah, I'll show you the office upstairs as well, what I'm trying to get rid of. This is my office. It's tucked in a room and it's tucked in an alcove. You see there, look. There's a wall there that goes to the bathroom and it's shoved in a little alcove. You see it goes from there, look. So like my office was contained this little alcove, and I only had this office when this was a spare room. This was a spare room. There was a spare double bed in here. So if anyone came to stop over anything, like when I didn't have kids and I could have got out on the piss, friends would stop in this room. I'd sort of just cover this over. And my office in it, it's quite well contained, it's quite small, yeah? Then I started doing the podcast and did that there. Then I started doing more work on my side and did that there. And again, I'm shitting on my own doorstep with this office. So I'd like to have got rid of it a long time ago. But when you're working on the side as a side hustle from work, you can't afford to just go and fucking rent an office. So anyway, last year I had a baby, last September. Miss will go mad if I don't remember that. So my little girl moved out of the bedroom over there into this room. So what I try and hide is, but I'm going to show it because like, it's not, I'm a bit embarrassed like it, look, but look.
the non-Elco side of this is my little girl's bedroom. And now I'm encroaching on here more and more because I'm doing more and more work from my desk. So she's like 5, fucking embarrassing. Like, she thinks having no kitchen cupboard doors, having a bar in your back garden, and having daddy work in your bedroom is normal. So obviously this is all starting to be boxed up, look to go. So I originally used to do the podcast for me and everything, and now it's just like, I can sit here for hours and do design work. That's got to stop. She's getting all fitted wardrobes going in there, which is another thing I've got to get done by the end of the month. And all this is going, but look, yeah, so I finally admit it, look. There's an imaginary wall here of offers in Charles' bedroom, so that's got to go, because she can't keep growing up with daddy being sat there slagging people off on the internet for not following BS 7671, can she? So that's all happening. Books have just gone into the accountants, and I'm trying to segregate in here what needs to stop in the house. I love a really useful box, by the way. So a lot of that is like my play around stuff. There's some Raspberry Pis in there, bits and bobs. A lot of that is technical work things. There's tons of shit under here for teaching and all that, and there's stuff in the loft as well. So it's all coming out of the house. It's all going on the office, and I'll show you the office hopefully in the next week or so. And well, this is a monthly box for kids, and then although the office is 15 minutes away, just come here and be at home. When I want to work, I'll go to the office. And like I said on the podcast last night, if I want to work, or if I ain't got any work, I'll just go to the office and busy myself with work things, so my family can just enjoy being at home rather than fucking like cross-contamination like this. Like I say, when it was a side hustle, this is acceptable. But when my little girl moved in here last year, because my son had the bedroom, it started to get a bit cross-combined. She doesn't really linger in a bedroom at the minute. But I think the reason she don't really linger in a bedroom at the minute is because daddy's got the corner of it making fucking noises. So looking forward, genuinely the most exciting thing that's happened to me for a while is that I'm moving into an office. And what I've found is decent. Again, I'll show it you, and I'm looking forward to just centralising it there and having a proper place to work and then a proper place to come home. Because if you've got a spare bedroom, even at home, you can do it, but you can shut the door at 5 o'clock. But I just feel like I can nip here and do bits and bobs, and I feel like I sit here and I'm less efficient because I can sit here and go downstairs and get shit and watch the telly and that. Whereas when it's at an office, I just go down there, get what I've got to get done, pot around with a few things and fuck off home at 5 o'clock. So yeah, this cross-contamination, in my opinion, is doable when you start out, but it's not very healthy. Self-employed blog, yeah, if you're bored of it, fucking leave it. It says what it is there, just fuck it off, yeah. So, I've got 30 days to go and I'm back on my own, right? Which is a big step, because I'm not fucking minted. I haven't got a mortgage, which helps a lot, but I'm not minted, but I am going back on my own. It was just a bit of a snap decision that I took. And now my notes has been in, I've sort of got to go for it. So, in 30 days' time, I'll be back on my own. And people at work keep saying to me, what you got lined up, where you going? I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I've got nothing lined up as yet. Which some people might find a bit harrowing. And maybe I'm starting to get a bit harrowed about it myself, but I'm gonna fill you in on where this decision came from and why it came about. For people out there as well that aren't me, yeah, in my situation, I've just set some things up, yeah. I have been self-employed before. I had my own company for 20 years, almost 20 years, right? And then I decided, over COVID, I went back to work. It was just fucking easier. It just naturally progressed into that thing. So I went back and I've had various jobs since COVID, yeah. The one I'm in now, really good, really nice people. I'll go to the financials in a minute and the decision why. But one thing I want to make sure everyone knows is, yeah, it's not like I'm starting out afresh. I've got at home a van that's owned by the limited company that I own still. I never closed that limited company down. In fact, I've been subsidising it for the past 4 to 5 years. I never closed it down, so I've still got a company with 23 years trading history and accounts. I've got a lot of tools, I've got a van, I've got infrastructure, I've got IT, I've got all that. Some of it's a bit dated, but it's all sat there, so I'm not starting out fresh, don't think I am. So if you're starting from straight, nothing fresh, I'll offer some advice for that, but not in this video. Yeah, I'm just telling you about my situation now, what's happening to me. So yeah, so for the past couple of months since I put notes in, I've been tweaking everything back up. I've been getting all my IT back up and working, making sure my computer's linked up, making sure I've got all the right stuff on my phones and my apps and my programs and my software, making sure my accounts are back together, getting all my tools back together, doing all that stuff, all that process stuff that I said that Oval talked about the other day. Yeah, I'm doing all that. So I'm putting all that together in the background. And to be fair, my pencil's pretty sharp and all that shit. But I've not looked for any work yet. I've not got any work lined up or anything like that. Only the customers I've been working for all the time. So there's some work to be found, but I'm pretty happy that when I hit the ground at the end of the month, I will hit the ground running with everything apart from the work, which sounds a bit weird, but I think the process bit and the bit in the background, having stuff together, is the most important bit. When I do leave work, when I've finished at work, I'm going to do a podcast on it, yeah? I've not got anything bad to say about them. We're not leaving on bad terms. We're not putting on bad terms. There was the straw that broke the camel's back, like there always is, that just made me decide to go back on my own. But generally and honestly, I've not fell out with them, and I'm not going to, because they've been all right with me. They've been straight with me. So I'll cover that in a podcast, because if I did it on this forum, I'd ransack material for a podcast. I don't want to say anything about it while I still work there. Not that I'm going to upset them and they're going to come knocking on the door with a laws rope, but I just want to, when I've broke, I'll discuss that. But I'm going to discuss the financial, because I don't think anyone does that. So I'm going to tell you the financial and time and other reasons behind me putting my notice in. And now I think it's going to work out for me financial wise on my own, because I think everyone's scared to discuss money, aren't they? And I'm not bothered. Couldn't give a fuck. So here's roughly how it worked, yeah. I put my notice in because of a few bits and bobs at work, right? It was a snap decision. I pulled over in a lay-by one day and put my notice in. It was as simple as that. It weren't a thought-out decision. I don't operate like that. I just operate on instinct a lot of the time, which has a good and a bad side, yeah. So I drove to work one day. I got a bit of an email about something to do with overtime. I literally just pulled over into a lay-by and banged my notice out and put it in. And then literally as I press the send button, that's it. There's no going back from it, yeah. I'm not a terrorist. I don't threaten people I work for with, I want more money, I'm leaving, or any of that bollocks, yeah. I decide what I'm going to do, and I fucking do it, yeah. You get more respect like that in the long run. Don't be a terrorist. Don't hold your country ransom for more money. That's a separate video, but it went in, it was a done deal. And the little bit, here's what went through my mind before I did that. I'm on 53 grand, that's my salary. I'm on £53,000 a year, yeah, because my experience know what I'm doing, yeah. Don't expect to get that as a Sparky. I'm not a Sparky. I do other stuff, yeah. So I'm on 53 grand a year. As well as that, we have a bonus scheme, and there's a little bit of overtime, which could take it probably touching 60. Not over, but probably touching 60. 55 to 60, something like that, yeah. Don't worry about it too much, because if you start worrying about getting on the money numbers, you'll have a miserable fucking life. As well as that, I do stuff for my own company already, like I do the fucking football, I do a bit of audio on my side, I do a bit of weekend work and that. That has been generally earning decent money. I've been turning over about 20 grand a year on my own business, 20 to 40 grand a year. However, that all gets sapped up by the rent for a unit I have, the fact that I've got a brand new Ford Transit van that needs paying for, and just generally running the company doing nothing. Not that I'm bothered. I did that work on the side to fund the company, so it was a negative, so it was a zero figure. So basically what I'm trying to get at is all the work I did for the company, my own company, for the past few years has either been at a loss, the company's been losing money, which is fine because I'm subsidising it, or it's been breaking even or making a little bit of money. But because I've been doing that work, which has been costing me my own personal time, I've been getting a van paid for, I've been keeping my IT up to scratch, I've been buying a few tools, you know what I mean? Just keeping it ticking over. I don't want to sound like it's making a load of money, because it's not, but it's just there, it exists as a thing. And I was happy with that. It's sort of neutral. It's in neutral as a business. I won't go taking on 20 grand jobs because I ain't got the time for it, because I'm working, but it's been running in neutral, so it's not been costing me any money, which has been nice. And it gives me that ejector seat, if you like, to just fucking say see you later, which is effectively what's happened. Last year, I turned down a considerable amount of work that possibly could have earned me as much as I earn at work, which is, what's the fucking difference? I'm earning it in one place, I could have been earning another. The differential thing between those two things was time. So at work, I'm contracted to do 40 hours a week. It's a little bit flexible. Sometimes I do 40 hours in 4 days and have the Friday off. Sometimes I do 40 hours in 4 days and don't want the Friday off. So they're quite flexible, to be fair. They've been decent, the firm I work for, yeah. But the work I could have took on, instead of being at work for 40 hours for the whole year, I probably could have worked about half of the year, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and had the rest of the year off and earn as much as I'm earning now at work. Obviously, there's certain tax things that are different when you're self-employed, which mean you don't quite have to earn as much as PAYE, and all your expenses get docked against it and all that kind of thing. So what I did was I did some simple maths, and I keep all my maths quite simple. I don't do it to the penny, I do it like this. Right, because of the things I do, recently, in the past year, I charge between 300 if you're getting a deal, if I know you, it's a big lump of work, to £450 a day, yeah? So if I average that out to £350 a day, yeah? Then I divided that, no I didn't, what did I do? I basically worked out, to get the money I'm on now, the salary I'm on now, about 53,000, how many days work have I got to do at £350 a day on average? And that works out, I believe, at 200 days, which works out to be about a third of the year, 40 weeks working, and I can earn the same money if I average out that earning per day. So then I thought, well, if I can do that and work 40 weeks of the year, the maths might not be bang on in this, by the way, I'll have 12 weeks spare to do what I want to do. Obviously, some of that will get eaten up, and some of my personal time will get eaten up by doing all the stuff that work do for me now, like invoicing, ordering, and all that stuff, yeah? But my general consensus from that bit of rough maths was, well, I could earn what I'm earning now by doing less work, but a bit more lumpy of it. And I'm 41, yeah, and I could buy lots of stuff, but the one thing I can't buy is time. And I've got a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 5-year-old at home. And I was like, well, I want time. That's what I want. I don't want I don't necessarily need much more money. I would just like more time. And that was it. So based off those rough maths, I need to go out and do about 200 days of work a year at 350, and I think I could make the same money I'm on now and have a load more time to spend. So that's basically it. That was the maths I did, yeah. I didn't start doing spreadsheets, even though I love Excel. I just did those rough maths, and that sort of got me into the position where I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll go for it. The other bits were, you get to be your own boss, which obviously everyone likes. You have got the stress of finding work and all that stuff, which is a negative, but fuck it. I do miss the hustle and the bustle. I get a lot of banter at work. I get to go around where I work now and visit different people and make loads of new people, and all the people I've been working with have been great. But I do miss the hustle and bustle of doing business. Also, sometimes when I'm at work, I feel like I could just get a job done. I could just go and spend the money and get a job done, but I feel constrained about getting it done by the fact I have to go through purchasing and all that bollocks. Then we get contracts in. And one of the things that threw me was, it seems like a lot of companies now, when they've got a big problem, get a contractor to sort it out. And I know that I'm good at sorting those things out. So if they come to me and go, just get this sorted out, I could do that. And that's why I've gone back on my own, because I miss it. So yeah, I think I miss the hustle, the bustle, the running around, the sorting stuff out of people, and then getting the reward for the job. Maybe I'll be proved very wrong. Maybe I'll hate it, and I'll go cap in hand to the firm I work for, or another firm, and ask for a job back, or go and get a job again. But it's mainly because I want to do work like contractors do, short-term, quick, bang, fast, high reward, and I want to have time to spare in between those type of jobs to spend time doing stuff with my growing family, going away in my caravan like a proper tramp, going festivals in the summer, going around the country in it, going away, doing hobbies and stuff like that. And at the moment, being forced to work 5 days a week, 40 hours, doesn't leave me much free time for doing all that shite, and that's really what I want to get myself into. Obviously, you've got all the worrying bits about it, like you're on your own, what if you get ill, what if you break your leg and all that bollocks, but I feel like that could strain me. I'd never get anywhere, would I? So yeah, that's why I'm going back on my own. They're the financials, and that's where I'm at. The only difference this time is you're coming along for the ride, so I'm going to be honest about it. The good thing is, right, I can treat it like a bit of an experiment. Because I don't have a mortgage, I'm reasonably established in the trade and all that kind of stuff. I've got the experience and the backup and the financial situation where I can have an experiment. I can try and go on my own and see what happens. And if it fucking all goes wrong, I can go and get a job and sort myself out again. I appreciate that's not the situation everyone who's thinking about going self-employed is in, but that's where I'm in. And this time around, I've gone on social media and do a podcast now, which I sort of got roped into in the past couple of years. So yeah, we're going to see what happens, and you're going to find out what happens as well. Then you can maybe decide, fuck me, that ain't for me, or, oh, I think I could do that and have a go at it. I don't know what percentage of business fail in the first year, but I think it's quite high, and it's not particularly the greatest time to be doing it. But we shall see, and the best bit is, I've got quite a lot of strings to my bow, so just go into that as well. Obviously, when you're self-employed, you've always got the worry of like the getting in and all that kind of stuff, yeah, that goes without saying, but the good thing is, because I'm so old and I've done so many jobs, I've got quite a lot of stuff. I've got quite a lot of stuff in the armoury. I've done teaching. I've done electrical lecturing and teaching, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing my own courses. I'm going to be doing consulting and design, electrical work, one-on-one tuition. Oh, I've got loads of stuff I can offer that I can sell out. Whereas some people might only have the ability to do electrical work, but I can do design and all that other stuff that I mentioned. So yeah, so I've got like backups on backups on backups, but obviously it's still quite worrying. There's going to be any work there, but you're going to find out. Costume change. One of the videos didn't upload, so I've got to re-record it, yeah, which is why this bit's a little bit off. I've got a lot of strings to my bow, yeah. One thing that's really nice is I am now the Sparky I wanted to be when I started my apprenticeship. I'm as skilled and experienced as my first boss, Tony. Yeah, he'd been around a bit, he's about my age now. He knew everything inside out, and I'm there now, and I'm dead happy about that. Because of that, I've done loads of different jobs, done loads of different aspects of the trade, and I've done teaching, which is always a good fallback job at the minute. There's always temporary teaching jobs going. I've done design. I can sort of use design software. I can sort out PLCs and codes and sensors. I've done ECNI. I know my way around a computer and IP addressing reasonably.
So that was a fucking lie.
So I'm quite a valuable asset as a contractor or to a company because I can do all them things, yeah. Unfortunately, if you're a bit younger than me, you might not have all that experience, but you just go out and get it, because you're not going to get it fucking sat there doing it, are you? You're never going to get any experience saying, no, I don't really know what I'm doing with that. Get the fucking man down, read it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I am experienced. It's not my first rodeo. You're coming along for the ride. Might encourage a few people to go self-employed. It might make a few people go, fucking hell, fuck that, I'll stop at work. Who knows, yeah? But obviously this time round, with what's happened to me, we're getting on the podcast and all that kind of stuff, you definitely come along for the ride. I'm going to be honest about it. If I have to go cap in hand back to my arse, or I'm skinned, I'm going to fucking tell you about it, yeah? This is real life Sparky and shit, motherfucker. But, yeah, we're off. 30 days. There's something else I was going to say then, hang on. Also, doing the podcast and being on social media has a bit of an influence on this year, which sounds gay as fuck in 2023. Sorry I said a negatory gay word there, but I am 41. It was just a word when I was younger, yeah? I keep going on the podcast and giving my opinion, which some might construe as advice, and I come on here and do like this blogging shit or whatever it is, whatever the fuck I've got myself into, and give advice and tell people things and offer my solutions and that. And I'm working for some cunt, getting paid every month, and I feel like a bit of a fucking fraud. Have I got like imposter syndrome, because I'm saying I'll do this, do that, that's not very good, that's not how I'd do it if I was in business, because I've been in business, yeah? But that's like some fucking, I don't know, washed up drunken athlete who used to be good at the javelin, telling you how great he was. So I feel like I've got imposter syndrome. I feel like if I'm going to go on the podcast and speak to people, electricians, and say about self-employed stuff, I really should be doing it more recently, which is what I'm doing. Which is seems a bit crazy to do that, to satisfy that little itch, just so I go on a podcast and shout about how Billy Big Balls I am, or not as the case may be, but definitely got a bit of imposter syndrome there. I've had a business, it was successful, I walked away from it, I had a load of money, I paid my mortgage off, and now I'm still offering advice about that 5 years later. Shit's changed. When I left business last time, TikTok didn't even exist. You know what I mean? I keep saying, oh, don't do that to people, so fuck it. Go back on my own, and let's see if my own advice and opinion is any good, or if next week I'll be asking for my old job back, advertising Tradify and selling you torches at discount codes. Who fucking knows? But yeah, right, we'll do some actual electrical content now, hopefully. This is it for the week. I'm not going to bang on about being self-employed forever, but it might help 3 people. Like I say, if you don't like it, the tag will always be up there, so you just fuck it off into the abyss. That's better luck. My little girl's got a bedroom now. I haven't put her doors on, so I've got to screw it to the wall so I don't fall over and kill her. Not a good look for a daddy. And my missus let us the final say where everything goes, because that's not my department, yeah? I don't do soft furnishings, I do actual electrical content. And yeah, so there's a bit of tweaking to do in here. Do that over the weekend. Actually, this is the kind of job I'll fuck off and never do. And in a minute, I'll show you in the garage, show you the podcast set and video gear. That's all got to go down there by this Sunday. Cracked it. It's out upstairs, but this is my living room. This will go mad when she gets back, but she doesn't know putting it here. Hopefully I'll get the lease done tomorrow. I can start moving tomorrow afternoon in the weekend. Get this room back, because my kids will ransack this fucker. But yeah, upstairs, everything's down, everything's done. Just got to move it all to an office and sort it all fucking back out. She's going to take the fucking whole weekend at least. I just need to get it in, get it done, get it finished. I'll just go down there and work. I don't want to be fucking dragging it out, going down there every fucking, for the next 6 weeks trying to tweak it up. I just need to get down there, get the computer up so I can do some work, and then just try and smash the rest of it out. Because, jobs and designs and bits and bobs are coming in now, and this is fucking no good. Although I've got my house back, which is nice. Oh, there's loads of shit in the garage as well. I'm at work, it's Monday morning after the weekend where I should have moved into the office, but I didn't because the people there didn't sort the lease out and didn't sort anything out. I got them in. I went to the people who already rent a little unit with and said, have you got anything? Yeah, we've got an office immediately available for rent. When we got there, the old tenant ain't quite moved out and nothing's happened. So I ripped the office down and did all the stuff, and all the office and all the stuff I need to work with and do the podcast and all that shit is sat in my living room and in my van. So hopefully you won't be able to rob it because Tom's video has gone. So yeah, so I had the whole weekend free. It was quite a nice thing because I did a load of stuff around the house and spent time with the kids and my wife, is it? But yeah, I would have liked to have got in there over this weekend and got set up, because now, this week, they reckon it's going to get cold and it could snow at the end of the week. I'm away with the TA Army Reserve this weekend, so I can't do anything then. And then the week after is my final week at work, and I've got to go away to Lilyhull, which is the end of the earth, so that's not been ideal. Probably got to put some late nights in there and get that fucker done if they sort the lease out. So it's a pain in the arse. Failing that, I've got the first 2 weeks of February to sort my life out, and now I've realised I probably want to rent a bigger unit because I've saved some money on the office and I want to put that money towards renting a bigger unit, because the unit I'm in, I jumped in there last minute and it's not the greatest. It's got a bit of a leaky roof and some holes in the walls, where across the way from my unit some better ones. So I might take the risk, which I'm weighing up, and move into a better unit that's got a bit more space to give me a bit more options to do stuff and basically start fresh. So yeah, we'll look at that. I've shown the unit on here before. I'll show it again if I get a chance when I'm down there. It's a shithole. It's a little bit small. There's a lot of crap in there. And I think if I moved it all across the road, I'd have a better bench space, a better working area. I could make it more usable, and I'd probably get rid of a load of fucking junk on the way. So that's something I'm touring with in the background, but it's going to cost more money every month on work that I haven't got. So there's always that thing. So yeah, so for now, for the rest of this week, I think I'm going to have to get on with actual work until I finish in, what date is it? The 15th. I don't know, I've only got about 7 working days left, I think, something like that. So yeah, off to actual real work. Existing unit, it's what, 6 metres wide by about, you're against the back wall now, I don't know, what's that, 7-8 metres. It's also full of shit which needs going through, and it's also fucking bad. It's not bad laid out, it's quite everything's down the sides, when they got a load of shit in the middle that you didn't want. Yeah, so I need to go for everything and sort it out. Well, there's a better solution to that. I've rented this unit, which is just across the way, and as you can see, proportionally it's a lot longer, probably about another 5 metres. So I've got an extra 5 metres of space, so I've started dumping some shit in here already. I'm going to bring the stuff from the old unit and fit it in pretty much how it was over there, with a few alterations, like the bench is going against the wall, and then I can gain the extra space, and everything that comes across there that's junk's just going in the fucking bin. Or it's either eBayed, there's going to be some eBay shelves here, or it's going in the bin. So yeah, it's not far to walk across the corridor, and it just gets it done. And this is the same build as the office that I'm getting. Self-employed bit, got a few hours afternoon spare from work because I've got some tours, so I'm down here doing my unit. If you want to see some pimped up units, Bundy's got one, nice, and everything's black and looks cool. Theo Webster Electrical's got a really pimp one with nice walls, but I don't give a fuck because I'm old. Rented, I don't give a shit, so all I'm doing is taking these cupboards at the next door that are against the wall. I brought them out, slapped some uni-strut and old wood on them to create a poor man's mezzanine floor to give myself more space. Leaves me quite a bit of space down here, and I'm just getting everything across now. Now I've got somewhere to put the shit just to move across, and then it should leave me some floor area to work with, or more than likely I'll just fill this with shit as well. But hopefully I'll be able to work out here. I ain't actually got any work, so it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to get everything over here so I know where it is. I'll start picking at a box and getting rid of all the crap sooner or later, but that's not happening today. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with my fucking dirt cheap, everything out, skip or spare from a job, mezzanine floors. They're probably not rated and they'll fall down, but who cares? I have an office. This is going to be the podcast set over there. That's going to be the actual office where I work, and then the rest of it, I don't know. And there's a weird green hue because I've put a green screen curtain over the window to keep the sun out. Finally, an office. Morning, it's my last day at work today. I'm just going to have to Redbourne to a little job before taking the van back somewhere. Just for purpose amusement, obviously you don't work for me, but if anyone emails me internally or externally from midnight last night onwards. My auto reply, my Outlook replies with NSYNC's Bye 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 YouTube video link, so that's quite amusing. I'm gonna get bollocking for that, but as long as I get bollocked before 5 o'clock tonight, there's not fucking lot they can do about it. But yeah, last day, got a job on, get rid of the van. Tomorrow, I'm all on my own, like your mum since your dad left. I'm unemployed now. That's it. I'm gonna go and sign on, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm going to do an advert for my company, RT Industria. We offer all kinds of consulting, design, installation and training services. You can employ us to come and do any work you like. We'll come and give you your opinion. I'll come and personally train your staff in things that I appear to know about. If you've got younger people on your team that don't know how to make off big SWA cables and you want to train them whilst you're doing work, I'll come and do that for you. I am now available. I am like I'm like Blackwater, I'm like a mercenary now, yeah? I go where the money is. If you want someone to come and show you something or do something for you or benefit from my experience, or just get me down there while your staff look at a washed up old 41-year-old Sparky chatting shit into his phone all day, you can pay me money and I'll come and do that for you. Everything's practical, there's no bullshit, yeah? I'm not doing a biz course, but yeah. I always said I'd monetise this, and this is how I'm going to do it. Also, if you get some random trainer in, all you can do is review them on Trustpilot, can't you? Put they weren't very good or something, or you can put that they're good, put they weren't very good, yeah? With me, you could put a video of me being there being wanked, tag me in it, and tell everyone how shit I am. That's my guarantee. That is my quality guarantee. If you get me down somewhere to deliver some training to you and I accept that challenge or I accept that work, and I am wanked, you can use this platform to put a video up of how shit I am, or indeed how good I am. It's absolutely, you don't get your money back, it's not a money back satisfaction guarantee, but you do get to call me a cunt on the forum, which I use to attract my business. That, you find anyone else offering that kind of service, yeah? There ain't no one offering that. In fact, I'll even, if you employ me, you get to buy a 1-minute video as part of the purchase. You get a 1-minute video on this forum to say how good or bad I am. Who's going to offer a deal like that? No fucker.